Hi, in this video we're going to be talking about a nice disk cleanup tool you could use to get rid of things such as temporary files and all kinds of other junk files. So if you've ever used software such as the old C Cleaner or Wise Disk Cleaner, you're probably familiar with this kind of tool, but this one has a lot of features compared to some of the other tools, so it's something you might want to check out. So it's called WMaster Cleanup, so it's free to use for a limited time. So I have it installed on this computer here, so we'll open it up. And one thing I like about it is it gives you the side panel here with all these categories, and then you could just kind of go through them and use what you need to use. So you don't have to do a cleanup of the whole computer all in one shot. You can kind of fine tune which aspects of your computer you're going to clean up. All right, so what I like to do is go to the toolbox because it kind of gives you everything in one place, kind of categorized. So you can see here we have the same tools that we have over here on the right. So we have the cleanup section and the speed up section. All right, so we're going to show you a couple of these features here. So let's start with the disk cleanup process here. All right, so we'll click on Run here to start it up. All right, so you can see here we have specific categories here that you could actually kind of fine tune your cleanup, but we're just going to do the main Scan Now button here. So it's going to go through the computer, look at all these different categories here, and break it down into different sections here so you see exactly what it's cleaning. So depending on how many files you have on your computer and how large your drive is, that'll determine how long the scan takes here. All right, so it found 24 gigs, and we could remove 10 because it doesn't check everything by default. So it kind of checks the things that are safe to delete. So you could kind of go through and select other things if you want. So let's say you wanted these log files, you can click on that. And it gives you a warning here, it may delete critical files permanently. So just be aware of when you're doing things like this that you know what you're deleting. So we have our downloads, browser information, multimedia files, other software. Okay, so let's go ahead and click on Clean. All right, so it gives us a warning here about the recycle bin, just to make sure that you really want to empty it. So we could click on Clean if we want to, otherwise you click on Ignore. And then we have these log files, and if you click on Details, it'll take you to those files so you can see what they are. We'll clean those too. All right, so now it's going through the cleaning process here. All right, so it says cleaning complete, and it gives you some other options if you want to do some additional cleaning. All right, so now we'll go to the back button here. Let's just exit out of this. All right, so now let's check out the Clean C Drive feature. Click on Scan Now. You can see it's finding some other categories here for us to clean, and it's going to find some similar ones as well. So this one will take a little bit longer, so I will pause the video and be back when it's done, but usually it's pretty quick overall. All right, so it found 8.5 gigs and 7.5 gigs are selected, and of course you could go through and select anything else that you want to add to it. So let's go ahead and click on Clean here. All right, so we have more space back. So we're looking pretty good here. All right, let's go back to the main screen here. All right, so now let's look for duplicate files on the computer to see what it finds. So you could choose your folders if you think you have an idea where they are, or you could scan all the drives. So I'm going to do the whole computer here because this has 2 hard drives on it, so we'll see what it finds. All right, so that was pretty quick. So you can see here it found some pictures that were duplicates, and you can see here that it lists them both, and then you can see the path to find where they're located. And then you click on this folder icon here to open the folder that contains the picture if you want to look at it first. And then you could just choose the ones you want to clean and delete them from there. So it found quite a few files here. You are going to run across a situation where it finds these other types of files that are probably something you don't care about, these miscellaneous types of files here. But you can see we have these images, text files, and so on. And then, like I said, you would just simply select the ones you want to get rid of and click on Clean. You could do it specifically for each one. And then up here you have some option here. You could send it to the trash, delete it, or send it to another folder. So it's telling us now it's going to delete 744 files to the recycle bin. Click on Confirm. So now it's removing them. All right, now we have even more space back. All right, so before we wrap this up here, let's check out a couple other tools. So these are kind of nice if you want to do a search of your computer. This is a nice fast search tool you could use. Then you could do things like even open up Notepad, Calculator, go to the desktop command prompt, control panel. Then we have our registry cleaner. This one's nice as well, the big file finder. So what this will do is kind of go through, find all the larger files, and then break them down into different types here. And then once the scan is complete, you could kind of go through and click on each one and then delete the files as needed. All right, let's just cancel this and go back. Then we have the file shredder, which is nice. You could drag and drop files in there to have them permanently deleted. You could clear just your browser history. And this is a nice tool as well, the disk analyzer. So you could pick your drive, click on Start Scan. All right, then go to Details. Then you can see it breaks it down in a tree view. Let's say we want to go to our users folder and see who's taking up the most space. So it looks like Todd. And then we could go down into the subfolders here. We can see in the Downloads folder, he has 15 gigs of stuff. And the app data has 3 gigs, 2 gigs worth of documents. So you could kind of go in there and see what's taking up all the space. And then when you find something, you could click on it. Then you have some options here to cut, copy, paste, delete, move it to a folder, and that type of thing. So that's a really handy feature. All right, so as I said before, I like how it breaks everything down into these categories. And then when you click on a tool, it'll actually show you related tools that you could use to do additional scan and additional cleanup. All right, so I will put a link in the description where you could download WMaster Cleanup and you could try it out for yourself. All right, thanks for watching and be sure to subscribe.